Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. So we got a heated subject going on right now, and I don't know what happened. I believe Crypto Saint is the one. I mean, from my or from our Telegram group, from the group that I talk to a lot. He was the first one to find out about this, and he may have his own video. And if he does, I definitely would recommend you checking it out. He's going to be way more descriptive than I can ever be. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring up the topic, and then we can certainly discuss it, comments, stuff like that. I'm just basically going to bring up 2 points. I'm going to let you know what is what, stuff like that. Anyways, check out Crypto Saint, great YouTubers. Check out their channel. I'm gonna jump right into it. Hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you like it and hit that bell for the notification. Every day, 10 a.m. you get that bank crypto dosage. So, iOSTPlay, which I never thought would happen right now. I never thought this would happen, right? So everyone knows GeniusMoney here, right? If you've played on iOSTPlay, you've heard of GeniusMoney. GeniusMoney was on here doing his thing, and I remember him. He was on like he seemed like a cool dude. Like he would come in and like he would tip you. Like if you were in the chat here, if you know what I mean, if you would say something in here and you would be like, "Oh, tip me please," or whatever, he would tip you. He tipped me like 250 iOST. Not much, nothing, but it's just a gesture, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a good dude for doing that, but I'm just saying, like, everyone knows who GeniusMoney was from the iOSTPlay Telegram group. The community knew him. So apparently what happened yesterday or in the past few days, he rolled or he basically made 3.3 million iOST. Let me repeat that. He made 3.3 million iOST, right? So, from both sides, that seems to be true. So, from iOST, they said the same thing. From GeniusMoney, he said the same thing. So, for me, that is truth right now, based on their story, right? So GeniusMoney made 3.3 million. Now, GeniusMoney is in our Telegram group telling his story. If you're interested in this, I'm going to obviously it's going to be there, so you can read his story. We were asked not to say anything until after he got his story out there, right? So, and he even has screenshots, so this makes it even worse. So what happened is he was betting, whatever, and then there was an announcement made by iOSTPlay stating what had happened with GeniusMoney and that they fired a developer. So what had happened? Why? And let me see if they still have it. Yeah. So apparently a month ago they found the exploit about the unlimited maximum bet size, right? So they had a developer work on that code originally. Now, the person who worked on it originally apparently didn't really fix the maximum bet size, right? So I'm not sure. I can't speak for GeniusMoney. I can't prove that he didn't know this or not. So he created a new iOST account called I Am Legend, and then he was winning. He was winning based off of his. Basically, he was betting above the 4% threshold that they had in place, or they supposedly had in place. So that's what they were saying. And then when they found out what was going on, they approached the developer in the first place that they had working on it, part of their team. And then what he did is, which they did state, and which GeniusMoney said the same thing. So what they did is, whether or not if they put a rule in place. So if I Am Legend bet anything, he would win. He would lose. Even if he won, he would lose. So I'm not sure if that was a plot or ploy to get the 3.3 mil back and hope that GeniusMoney didn't recognize it, but that's still messed up. Like, I don't see how someone wins 3.3 mil off of your thing, then you drain it back while he's still winning. Like, this dude is winning and he's showing, there's pictures and everything, right? There's pictures of everything. So as you can see right here in this picture, look at look at the bankroll right here, 207,000 iOST, right? And then I guess they implemented that code, right? This he was telling me to check the, okay, so the timestamp was 7:36. Then they implemented that rule that I Am Legend is going to lose every wagered bet, and bang, right back up. And then look, some more, bang, back up to 2.4 million, back up to 2.8, 3.3. So they're good now. So what I don't understand though is if you allow, right, it's not GeniusMoney's fault. If you're allowing a wager bet to go over your maximum bet size or whatever it is, right? Your application, your DApp allows it, and it's your mess up because you didn't check it when the original dev made it, right? Or was supposedly fixed it. And then a code like that is implemented. So you fired the dude for originally doing it, and then when you told him, he puts in that. So now he's trying to either cover his tracks, or they're using this developer as a scapegoat. This is how I'm seeing it. Because I don't understand how you have a developer work on a maximum bet hand size. It's easy to check. All you do is go in and try and bet a certain amount, and then you see the banner, which they fixed after this. So how come it wasn't checked originally? So I don't know whose fault is that. Who is it? Is it GeniusMoney's fault that the DApp allowed him to go over it, or is it the iOSTPlay team's fault for not checking it and expecting that it was working this whole time for a month? They thought this was working for a month. Everything is there. You can check this out. You can go to iOSTPlay, check out their announcement. You can come to our Telegram group, and you'll see GeniusMoney's story, because we wanted to get both sides of the story before we even go off. And like I said, Crypto Saint is covering this shit. I'm sure he's covering this shit. GeniusMoney sent all the contracts showing that, you know, his wins and losses and stuff like that. So you can definitely come in here and check it out if it's something you're interested in. And then like he was showing us his last wins. So down here, 400,000, 189. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it was a lot. He said there was a lot of going up and down. But I don't know. Then iOST, we were talking in iOST yesterday, iOST chat yesterday, and we were basically saying if the wager bet went through, you know, that's not GeniusMoney's fault. That's your fault. You guys should be responsible and hold up your end, you know. And they're like, oh no, he's collaborating with investors' money and he's getting the investors to come out after. But that's irrelevant. Like, if that's the case, if that's not the case, that's irrelevant. The only thing that might be relevant is if that developer that they supposedly fired was in collaboration with GeniusMoney and they can prove that, then yeah, I could say, you know what I mean? That's true. I could see you. I could see you holding on paying him. But if it's not, that's messed up. And this is the power. This is the power that like gets too much, like especially in crypto and DApp space. Like This is the type of tomfoolery. This is the type of trickery that will happen if something doesn't go, their way, really. So like I said, if you're allowing the bet size to go through and it's your fault, you gotta own up to that. Yeah, it's 3.3 mil iOST. That hurts. That certainly hurts. But all in all, it's not GeniusMoney's fault. At least from what I see. So unless there's some type of proof showing that this was leaked to him and that he that he knew about this beforehand, like he was given information that there was an exploit about that, and he still went and abused it, or not still went, but he abused it, then I could see that. But ultimately, your DApp allowed him to place the bet size. And then he claims he just made that user, I Am Legend. So if he just made that user, and then you're going to put in a rule that if he bets, he's going to lose everything, withdraw everything from his, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's too much. And then what's even worse is MC. I mean, they put a statement in if your username in it to rig the bets. That's crazy. That's crazy. iOST better chalk it up. Better chalk it up, because Crypto Saint and myself, we gonna chop them up. That's messed up. So they better come out with some type of statement. They better try and blame that developer for leaking that shit and better prove it. They better pull some persons of interest bullshit and show some hidden meeting. Better Photoshop a photo of GeniusMoney and this developer. Better start doing something, because this ain't looking good at all. And yeah, and I'm sad to say that I was a firm believer too. I actually really thought iOSTPlay was doing their thing, and they were doing thing, and I knew something was going on with GeniusMoney, because when he first came, it looked like iOSTPlay team asked him to come because he was just gambling there, and they didn't have no problem with him gambling there. So I don't know. You didn't have a problem when he was probably losing over the maximum bet, but then you got a problem when he's winning. Share your comments below. Let me know what you think.